Since going solo, Harry Styles has managed to craft his legacy with 2 chart-topping albums and has recently made some rather big waves with his style that some have rushed to tag as controversial. With the release of his second album, many have noticed that the subject matter is a lot darker than in his first album. Many wonder what has landed the singer in such a dark space. It would seem as though it was the ending of one relationship in particular that left quite a mark on Harry. A mark that led to the inspiration for almost every song on the album. But what exactly happened before and during the album's recording that left Harry to experience such extreme highs and lows? Stick around as we uncover Harry's journey to his first Grammy nomination, and how he has been pushing boundaries despite backlash from the media and public figures. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Harry Styles has been in the public eye for years and was labeled a heartthrob the moment the world saw him for the first time. Since then, no matter how hard the media has been trying to figure out his romantic life, it has always appeared to be something that cannot be easily explained. One of Harry's most famous romances was the complicated on-again, off-again relationship with Kendall Jenner. The first phase of their romance was reported to only last a few months, but the two couldn't seem to stay away from each other for too long. A year later, Jenner's sister Khloe Kardashian confirmed dating rumors. Do I think they're dating? Yes. I don't know if they're like boyfriend-girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know. People are weird with stuff, so I don't know their title. Fans couldn't help but wonder why Harry would refuse to give his relationship with Kendall a title. That is, until his devoted fans started doing some digging, and it wasn't long until they started speculating that the entire relationship could in fact be a publicity stunt.
And you and Kendall are really good friends now, right?
Yeah, been friends for a while now, yeah.
Yeah.
Like several years, yeah.
It's sweet that y'all are still really good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now...
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It was rumored that Jenner and Styles were set up by their management and public relations teams to drum up PR for One Direction's latest album and Jenner's modeling career. If you recall, when Styles was romantically involved with singer Taylor Swift, there was a similar allegation because of the timing of their relationship. Although, given how bitter Swift felt about their split, it is hard to think it was not a real thing. Either way, Styles has explained how being in the public eye makes it really hard to find love in the traditional, non-famous way. Harry has said that having that normal experience is something he really wants, but he realizes he is in a not-so-normal situation. You want to date normally, but then you also want to protect it so it can be normal. You want to be able to spend enough time with each other where you can get to know each other before you have to deal with the extra stuff.
You go out for dinner with someone, and it's like, oh, that's his girlfriend or whatever, and you're like, well, it's not, and now it's weird because we're like, are we dating or are we not dating? Like, I try as hard as I can to keep the two worlds separate.
It could be the reason for Harry trying to keep his most recent relationship with French model Camille Rowe as private as possible.
Now, some people are saying, word on the street is, that this album is all about a breakup from someone.
Okay.
It is believed that things got so serious between the two that Harry even reportedly introduced her to his family. When the two called it quits after a year of dating, Harry was left devastated. And like a true artist, Harry laid his heart out on the table with his latest studio album, Fine Line. In one of his songs, Harry says, "I'm in my bed and you're not here, and there's no one to blame but the drink and my wandering hands." Listening to the heartbreaking lyrics of his songs, the singer's fans could feel the pain he was going through. Probably the pain Harry himself found too hard to deal with. With his deep and powerful songs, Harry has confidently proved his carefree public image is just an image. And it looks like he has been dancing with internal demons over the past few years. One of his songs on the latest album details his self-indulgent and self-loathing tendencies. Harry sings, "What am I now? Am I someone I don't want around?" Styles explains in an interview with Zane Lowe that the album has a lot to do with the extreme highs and extreme lows he had experienced during the recording.
It was a big moment where I was kind of asking myself, like, who am I? Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I kind of started to feel like threads of where I could see myself becoming someone that I didn't want to be.
Fans have speculated that this obviously has a lot to do with his devastating breakup with Camille. Coming out of One Direction, Harry said he wanted to shift away from the band's fun pop genre and cultivate a sound of his own. But this was easier said than done, as Harry faced the troubling task of wanting to either create music that he likes and feels passionate about, or write what people expected of him and what he knew would sell. And those who know Harry know that he always stays true to himself, so he made the shift and wrote an album that he explained to be about, quote, having sex and feeling sad. However, not everyone was ready for how sad the subject matter would be. Styles has released several videos for singles from the album, and at the time, it seemed as though Harry had lost his smile as his world was growing darker and darker. In the music video for his single Adore You, we see an extremely upset Styles wandering around on his own on an island. Harry has explained that the song is about the initial stages of love and the attraction you feel towards someone. But of course, fans couldn't help but wonder if the music video was actually an ode to how Harry has struggled to find love, wondering if he might seem too different for some. As the narrator in the music video says, no one ever meant to be mean towards him, but in a town grown used to the way things were, no one knew what to do with something different. Could the visuals and narration allude to Harry struggling to find a balance between his life in the spotlight and wanting to live a normal life as well? During the time of One Direction, members were presented in a certain way to fit the image of a boy band. But since leaving the band, Harry has clearly been experimenting with his own style as he attempts to create one that is unique to his sense of self.
Can we talk about fashion for a moment?
Oh, let's.
You've started to make some quite bold choices in your life.
And it looks like he has been doing a pretty good job so far. However, being in such a bright spotlight has its challenges, especially when you are playing at Harry's level of fame. During his quest to find his sense of self, the media would continue to create speculation around his sexuality. This was heightened after the release of the music video for the single Lights Up. The video features a sweaty, slicked-up Styles standing shirtless in the middle of a pulsing group of semi-nude women and men. The media was quick to raise questions, expecting straightforward answers from Harry, which they never received. Instead, the singer has been trying to explain how he finds sexual ambiguity a lot more interesting than making it a label. I just think that sexuality is something that's fun. Honestly, I can't say I've given it any more thought than that. It's clear that Harry is not a fan of black or white labels, which is another reason why he inspires so many people around the world who are still searching for their sense of self. On his journey to self-discovery, Harry was given the opportunity to further explore his sense of individuality with his 2020 Vogue cover shoot, and made history as Vogue's first ever solo male cover star. For this momentous moment, Harry rocked a number of looks, and he did as Harry does by mixing both men's and women's fashion, creating unique and iconic looks. Fans of Harry have known that he has been very outspoken about clothes and how they should not have a gender. He further reiterated just that by saying, once you remove any barriers, obviously you open the arena for which you can play. Further adding, what's really exciting is that all of these lines are crumbling away.
I mean, I think it's about enjoyment and about fun, no judgment, and I don't know, having fun with clothes. I think fashion's supposed to be fun. So.
Of course, not everyone was praising the singer, including the conservative author Candace Owens. Famous for sharing controversial thoughts on social media, Owens went for Harry by tweeting, "There is no society that can survive without strong men. Bring back manly men." A few other public figures followed suit, and while fans were quick to call out Candace for her ignorant remarks, other celebrities were quick to have Harry's back as well, including Olivia Wilde and Zach Braff. Elijah Wood even went so far as to tweet, "I think you've missed the definition of what a man is. Masculinity alone does not make you a man." The Vogue cover wasn't the only time Harry broke history this year. The boundary-breaking pop star also earned 3 nominations for the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. This makes Harry the first One Direction member to receive a Grammy nomination. Will he also be the first member to win that coveted award? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. That's all for today. As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below. And do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind the scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.